All right, guys, so today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite topics in training, which is using a model that you can use. It's competitive, but it's also auto-regulating. And what I mean by this is that the methods are very flexible to allow you to get what I call micro PR, but also allow you to back off if necessary. And as I go through this, we'll get into the weeds a little bit more. I actually started this video, got about halfway through, and then realized that my mic was in my pocket. And so I was talking to nobody because none of you would have been able to hear me. So now it's on my hat, it's on. Excellent. We're gonna get started. For this method, I'm gonna use this handy dandy timer. So what we're doing today, I originally learned from Will Vertella's giant sets, but whenever I hear giant sets, he's the only person that I know that describes them this way. So I call it a repetition target. And so how it works is instead of having straight sets like say a 5x5, I'm going to have a target of repetitions I'm going to hit, and I can break it up however I need to hit the target. And the reason I like this is because if I feel great, then I can really send it. If I'm not feeling so great, I can pull it back a little bit. And it's not like if I'm doing, say, a 5x5 where it's like, it is a 5x5. You know, doing it successfully, doing it unsuccessfully, it's 5x5. Did you hit it or miss it? Versus this, it has the flexibility to scale whether I'm feeling like shit or whether I'm feeling on top of the world. And there's so many different ways that I can get this micro PR, right? So the most obvious is that I can do more weight. I can do more reps. I can do it in less time. I can do it in fewer sets. And if I really wanted to get into it, I could even say like the biggest set. Like let's say that I did a set of like 9 front squats today. One of my previous bests with this weight was like 6. That would be pretty substantial of a little micro PR. So as I said, I got about halfway through. My previous that I did with this was 20 reps total, and it was 5 sets of 4 in 10 minutes and 9 seconds. So that's what we're trying to beat today. In the original video, I said maybe if I couldn't beat the time, then maybe I'd shoot for 25 reps. But considering I've now already done 20 reps and I've got 10 more to go, but only 20 are going to be timed, we'll see. That might be a big ask. Luke is trying to hide from the camera, but you just can't miss him. I only did that for the extra views. But yeah, you can apply this type of training to really any big compound that you want. I think it's pretty fantastic just from the flexibility aspect, even if you weren't a super competitive person. I am, and I think that one of the best keys to progress is to just get really G'd up about your training. And so if you can find methods that you can be like, yeah, I won. I'm taking a dub, and not just a dub of I got it done, but like I improved something is massive. At least for me, psychologically, it's pretty big for a lot of people I train, a lot of my friends. They enjoy that, like, yeah, I made it to the next level with that micro PR. Give myself just a little bit more rest. But we're already making good time because we've got an extra rep on each of these so far. All right, 15. Man, we're making great time. I might go for that 25. Only 5 minutes in. But like I said, the inspiration from this method in particular came from Will Rattel, so I have to give him a shout out. The person who got me initially interested in the idea of gamifying my training this way is Keegan Smith with Dense Method, which I've talked about before, but I don't think I've made a YouTube video about. And maybe that's something I'll do in the upcoming weeks because I'm trying to film a lot more right now. But when I got into that with Keegan, it was psychologically massive to have that, to have a system that was flexible and that could really get me fired up as well. So that's the two things I'm always looking for. You can get competitive with it, you get G'd up, you fired up, and if you don't have it, you can scale it back as necessary and you still get a W. Or you can still get a W in some way, shape, or form. Big shout out as well to Angus Bradley. I think he's probably the one who got me into using the terminology G'd up. All right. Give myself a few more minutes, a few more seconds. Okay, we're going for 25 because I might be able to do that 25 in less time than my previous 20. I'd actually, I'd taken a break from this. This is my first day back on it. I was doing my front squats in a derivative of the dense system that I learned from Keegan that I kind of combined with some of the stuff that I learned from Angus about, like, he's a big top set and down guy. So I would do heavy 5 singles, and in the back I would do like 20% less weight triples, and that's a 10-minute EMOM. Obviously not as heavy as a traditional top set and down, but still pretty strong. And between doing that with my back squat and my front squat, I couldn't maintain it. So I think the added flexibility, the repetition target is probably what I need for my front squat right now. But you can see it's like I'm still getting a hell of a stimulus, especially when we consider that I already did 10 before this started. All right, let's get 25 quicker than we got 20. Oh, those grunts are gonna be fun to be in there. But yeah, so this method in particular took my front squat from a stalling, like I plateaued for a while, 275 on it, got me to 300. I think it will be the same thing that gets me to 315 this year. So give it a go. It's a really fun way to train. And if you try it out, you like it, let me know.